very difficult to eat with Africa with a long teaspoon. At some point, you must be there. Otherwise, you cannot manage the outcomes. You have to consider how much of a culture you're building. People need to see your presence. Unless you've got the kind of business that can be managed remotely, and I don't know which of those models there are out there, you guys would probably know better than me, but you know that you're ready for the jumping off point when you've got your bases covered. In my case, my situation was that I actually was holding down 2 part-time jobs after I left building the fund and after I finished doing my own consulting. One of those part-time jobs cheesed me off. So I went to the other guy and said, can I have full-time hours? And both companies knew I was building my own company. So I made sure that that expectation was right up front. In between that time, and this may be easier for women to do than men, I was actually able to get temporary jobs where I could decide when I wanted to work, when I didn't want to work. The world is not that easy anymore, but that facilitated my ability to just ease into what I was doing. After I raised the friends and family capital, and this goes back to Aris's question about, do you know what to do with the money? You're raising that friends and family capital to make sure that you can afford to run the business. It's always a point of principle to pay yourself first in business. If you don't, and your brain is in poverty mindset, you cannot operate. So that's an important point.
Thank you. Just my 2 cents on this for you, Alex. It is possible, depending on the business you want. From my perspective, I started a farm in agriculture, so it's a whole discussion to how to manage it from abroad, but it's possible. To me, it really comes back to how bad do you want it and what are you willing to sacrifice.